Xin chào tất cả các bạn. Hello everyone, my name is Dạ Thảo.
Hello dear friends, my name is Hải Anh.
Chào mừng các bạn đến với khóa học tiếng Anh online căn bản của Trung tâm Ngoại ngữ KON-TIKI, Long Biên, Hà Nội. Các bạn và các em học sinh thân mến, trong bài học về giới từ kỳ trước, chúng ta đã học về giới từ chỉ thời gian và giới từ chỉ nơi chốn. Khóa học này của trung tâm không đề cập đến một loại giới từ nữa trong tiếng Anh là giới từ chỉ phương hướng hay chuyển động. Trong bài học ngày hôm nay, chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục học về giới từ theo sau kính từ và giới từ theo sau động từ.
Ở video trước, chúng mình cũng đã demo khá chi tiết cho các bạn chức năng memo của ứng dụng AMD. Video này sẽ minh họa rõ hơn cho các bạn việc áp dụng chức năng memo để việc học tiếng Anh sao cho hiệu quả các bạn nhé.
Phần 3. Giới từ theo sau tính từ. Một nhỏ. Adjective plus to. Acceptable. Is this proposal acceptable to you? Đối với anh, lời đề nghị đó có thể chấp nhận được hay không?
A compromise that is acceptable to both sides.
We're trying to find a solution that will be acceptable to everyone.
Finding a solution acceptable to all is likely to prove tricky.
Accustomed. To get or to become accustomed to the new mode of life. Trở nên quen với nếp sống mới.
He quickly became accustomed to the local food. Anh ta chẳng bao lâu đã quen với thức ăn địa phương.
This is not the kind of treatment I am accustomed to. Đây không phải là kiểu cư xử mà tôi thường gặp. Agreeable. I am agreeable to your plan.
She seemed agreeable to the idea of leaving early.
Appropriate. Remarks appropriate to the occasion.
Her clothes were appropriate to the occasions.
The movie is perfectly appropriate to people of all ages. Contrary. Acts that are contrary to our code of ethics.
Contrary to orders, he left the campsite.
Contrary to popular belief, these animals are not really dangerous to humans. Kind. Kind to animals.
A soft that kind to your hands.
The critics have not been kind to her latest novel. Loyal. These brave soldiers are always loyal to their ideal. Những người lính dũng cảm này luôn trung thành với lý tưởng của họ.
She had remained or stayed loyal to her old friends.
Married. He has been married to his wife for almost 50 years. Essential. Laughter was essential to this business. Tiếng cười là thiết yếu đối với công việc này.
The river is essential to the region's economy.
Friendly. The local people are very friendly to or toward visitors. Harmful. Smoking is harmful to health. Hút thuốc có hại cho sức khỏe.
These conditions can be harmful to plant or animal life.
Important. Close friends who are important to me.
Doing her job well is important to her.
Open. An issue that is open to question. Vấn đề vẫn còn gây nhiều tranh cãi.
Open to suggestions, sẵn sàng tiếp thu ý kiến đóng góp.
The contest is open to children between the ages of 8 and 13.
The beach is open to residents only.
The university library is also open to the public. Hi. Adjective plus of. Afraid. Are you afraid of snakes? Anh có sợ rắn hay không?
There's nothing to be afraid of. Chẳng có gì phải sợ cả.
I don't like tall buildings because I'm afraid of heights. Aware. She is acutely or keenly aware of the problem.
I was not fully aware of the danger.
He was made aware of the situation. Capable. A new train capable of reaching very high speeds.
Many new cell phones are capable of connecting to the internet.
I don't believe that she is capable of murder. Fond. Fond of music or cooking or going to parties. Rất thích nhạc, nấu nướng hoặc đi dự tiệc.
Fond of animals, children, traveling.
I am fond of reading. Full. The bin needs emptying. It's full of rubbish. Thùng rác cần phải đem đổ. Đầy rác rồi.
A room full of people, một cái phòng chật ních người.
This exercise is full of mistakes. Bài tập này đầy lỗi.
She is full of vitality. Cô ta tràn đầy sức sống.
Proud. He was proud of his daughter's ability to read and write.
I am proud of what we have accomplished.
He has a record to be proud of. Sure. Sure of ultimate victory.
We are sure of the accuracy of the data.
I'll help you. You can be sure of that. 3. Adjective plus 4. Anxious. He was anxious for his family who were traveling abroad. Ông ta lo lắng về gia đình mình đang đi du lịch ở nước ngoài.
They were anxious for their daughter.
Appropriate. Do you think the movie is appropriate for small children to see?
The movie is perfectly or entirely appropriate to or for people of all ages.
Available. Parking is available for people staying at the hotel.
There are 3 small boats available for hire.
The Prime Minister was not available for a comment. Ngài Thủ tướng không sẵn sàng bình luận. Difficult. It is difficult for me to say this, but you have to leave.
She has a cold, which makes it difficult for her to breathe.
Eager. Eager for learning, eager for knowledge.
They were eager for the latest news.
The crowd was eager for more. Enough. Have we got enough sandwiches for lunch? Chúng ta có đủ bánh mì kẹp thịt cho bữa ăn trưa chứ?
Surely 15 minutes is enough time for you to have a coffee. Chắc chắn 15 phút là đủ thời gian cho anh uống cà phê.
There's enough food for everyone.
There's enough room for 5 people.
Famous. The hotel is justly famous for its luxury.
The city is famous for its shopping and has many excellent department stores.
Good. Doing exercise is good for health. Tập thể dục có lợi cho sức khỏe.
Hot soup is good for a cold.
Grateful. I'm grateful to you for your help.
He is grateful for the attention.
Late. Hurry up or we'll be late for school.
Why were you late for work?
I got caught or stuck in a traffic jam. He asked not to be named as he was late for work as a result of the delay and did not want his employers to know. Responsible. All pilots are responsible for their passengers' safety. Mọi phi công đều phải chịu trách nhiệm về sự an toàn của hành khách.
Parents are responsible for their own children.
Sufficient. Is this sum of money sufficient for your investment plan? Số tiền này có đủ cho kế hoạch đầu tư của anh hay không?
Do we have sufficient food for 10 people? Chúng ta có đủ thức ăn cho 10 người hay không?
Suitable. Clothes suitable for cold weather. Quần áo phù hợp với thời tiết lạnh.
A suitable candidate for the job.
4. Adjective plus at. Amazed. You'll be amazed at how easy it can be.
They were amazed at or by the sight of the place.
Angry. He was angry at or with her for staying out so late.
I was angry at or with him for forgetting my birthday.
Annoyed. She is annoyed at or with me.
He was annoyed at being waken up so early.
Good. Good at mathematics. Giỏi toán.
She was good at hiding her emotions.
She's very good at playing golf. Skillful. Skillful at inventing excuses. Khéo bịa ra những lời chống chế. 6. Adjective plus in. Interested. Are you interested in football?
Are you interested in playing tennis?
I pretended to be interested in the conversation, but really it was very boring. Proficient. To be proficient in cooking. Thành thạo trong việc nấu nướng.
To be proficient in English. Thành thạo, thông thạo tiếng Anh.
A great number of Egyptians are proficient in foreign languages. Rich. A land rich in resources.
Foods that are rich in protein.
Weak. To be weak in English. Kém về môn tiếng Anh.
Many of the students are weak in math and science.
Phần 4. Giới từ theo sau động từ. Accused of. They accused him of stealing the car.
He accused them of drinking beer while driving.
Apologize to somebody for something. We apologize for the mistake and promise that it won't happen again.
He apologized to his wife and children for losing his temper.
Apply for. To apply for a post, xin việc làm.
Applied for unemployment benefits.
Arrive in or at. They arrived in Vietnam on a fine day in August. Họ đến Việt Nam vào một ngày tháng 8 đẹp trời.
They arrived at the theater late last night.
Ask for. To ask for money, food, instructions. Xin tiền ai, xin ăn, xin ý kiến.
Did you ask your boss for a pay increase? Anh có yêu cầu ông chủ tăng lương chưa?
Believe in. I always believe in a better future of my country. Tôi luôn tin là tương lai đất nước tôi sẽ sáng sủa hơn.
I believe in your ability to solve the problem.
Belong to. The power belongs to the people. Chính quyền thuộc về tay nhân dân.
The money belongs to him.
Blame for. I blame him for the failure. Tôi đổ lỗi thất bại là do anh ta.
Which driver was to blame for the accident? Tài xế nào phải chịu trách nhiệm về tai nạn này?
Borrow from. He borrowed the book from the library.
She borrowed $20 from me.
Care about. I don't care about your little problems.
He cares deeply about religion.
Care for. She cares for or takes care of elderly patients.
Who is caring for your son while you're at work?
He sends flowers to show that he cares for you. Charged with. To be charged with murder. Bị buộc tội giết người.
The police charge him with car theft.
Complain to, about. She complained to me about his rudeness. Bà ta than phiền với tôi về hành động thô lỗ của hắn.
If your work is too hard, complain to your teacher about it. Nếu công việc của anh quá khó khăn thì anh cứ thưa với thầy giáo.
Concentrate on. We concentrated on the task before us.
All that noise makes it hard to concentrate on the book I'm trying to read.
Congratulate on. I'd like to congratulate you on or for your success.
She congratulated us on our test results.
Consist of. Water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. Nước gồm có hydro và oxy.
The committee consists of 10 members. Ủy ban gồm có 10 thành viên.
Deal with. To deal with a problem. Giải quyết một vấn đề.
You dealt with an awkward situation very tactfully. Anh đã xử lý rất khéo tình huống khó xử.
Decide on. She decided on the green coat. Cô ta quyết định chọn cái áo choàng màu lục.
We looked at all the cats in the pet store and finally decided on a little black and white one.
Depend on. An agricultural that doesn't depend on weather. Một nền nông nghiệp không phụ thuộc vào thời tiết. Dream of or about. He dreamt of drowning and woke up trembling.
I have trouble remembering the things I dream about.
Dreaming of a better future.
Dreaming of a world at peace. Explain to. We explained our plan to the committee.
He explained the process to us in simple terms.
Hear about, or hear from, or hear of. I heard about your accident.
I have only just heard about his resignation from. I have only heard about his resignation from office. Tôi chỉ vừa mới nghe nói, tôi chỉ vừa mới được thông báo là anh ấy từ chức.
Have you heard of the news? Anh đã biết tin đó chưa? Hope for. We haven't heard from him for weeks, but we're still hoping for a letter. Đã mấy tuần nay chúng tôi chẳng nhận được tin gì về anh ta, nhưng chúng tôi vẫn hy vọng sẽ nhận được thư.
We are hoping for more financial support.
Insist on. Laura insisted on paying for meal. Laura cứ nhất định đòi trả tiền bữa ăn. Listen to. Dad used to sit there in the evening and listen to the radio.
What's the noise?
My sister is listening to music. The music is too loud, isn't it? Object to. Objected to the testimony of the witness.
A number of people objected to the proposed changes.
Participate in. To participate in a competition or discussion or a meeting. Tham gia một cuộc thi đấu, cuộc thảo luận hoặc cuộc họp.
He never participated in sports in high school.
Pay for. Paid $4 for a hamburger.
He offered to pay for our dinner.
How will you be paying for your purchase? In cash, by check, or with a credit card? Refer to. To prefer beer to wine. Thích bia hơn rượu vang.
He prefers sports to reading.
Prepare for. To prepare for an exam. Chuẩn bị thi.
I must prepare for my trip.
Provide with. The website provides users with information about local activities. The store provides its customers with excellent service. Regard as. I regard him as a fool.
I regard every assignment as a challenge.
Remind of. This song reminds me of France. Bài hát này làm tôi nhớ về nước Pháp.
Your son reminds me of you at his age.
She reminded me of my promise. Result from. Poverty resulting from the arms race. Sự nghèo nàn do chạy đua vũ trang gây ra.
The fire resulted from an explosion.
Result in. His recklessness resulted in failure. Sự liều lĩnh khinh suất của hắn đã dẫn đến thất bại.
The disease resulted in his death.
Search for. They're still searching for the lost child. Talk to. I enjoy talking to Anna.
You shouldn't talk to your mother that way.
Spend on. The firm has spent £100,000 on hardware.
They spend a lot on clothes and cars.
Succeed in. To succeed in convincing the strikers. Thành công trong việc thuyết phục những người đình công.
Did you succeed in getting hold of the city?
Suffer from. To suffer from loss of memory. Bị mất trí nhớ.
He suffers from a mental illness and spends his days rocking in a chair.
Wait for. I stayed at home waiting for her call.
I'm still waiting for a reply from him.
I waited for Dad to come home. Warn about. The police have warned shopkeepers about shoplifters. Cảnh sát đã dặn các chủ tiệm đề phòng bọn trộm giả làm khách hàng.
I have been warned about the difficulties of the job.
Write to. They wrote to each other frequently. Họ thường xuyên viết thư cho nhau.
Many people have written to me on this subject.
I wrote a letter to the car rental agency explaining what had happened.
Bây giờ chúng ta làm bài tập ngữ pháp, bài tập 8.4. Exercise 8.4. Complete the descriptions with at, for, during, by, until, or in. The city of London was founded by the Romans in the year 43 AD. During the next few years, it quickly became the main trading center in Britain. For 200 years after the Romans left, the city was almost forgotten. Its full importance did not return until the 11th century. By or at the end of that century, the government of England was based in Westminster and the Tower of London has been started. During or in the Middle Ages, London continued to grow, and by the time of Shakespeare, it had become a prosperous capital city with many fine buildings. Unfortunately, most of these buildings were made of wood, and in 1666 they were almost all destroyed by a fire which lasted for several days. It was a great tragedy for the people living there at that time. But it's true that many of the areas which are most attractive today were planned during the rebuilding which followed.
Bài tập tiếp theo là bài 8.6. Exercise 8.6. Fill in the blank space with the correct preposition from the brackets. Number 1. We have a bakery near the house, so I don't have to walk far. 2. Is there a cinema opposite your house on the other side of the street? 3. There's a sweet shop below my first floor flat. Four, there's a kiosk across the street. Can't you see it? 5. Nancy is wearing a thick jersey over her shirt. 6. Adam sat between Melissa and Barbara at the cinema. 7. I could hear someone behind me, but I didn't dare turn around. 8. There was a big crowd outside the shop waiting for it to 8. There was a big crowd outside the shop waiting for it to open. 9. Let's sit in the shade where it's cooler. 10. Come and walk beside me so we can talk. Bài tập cuối cùng là bài 8.7. Exercise 8.7. Put in to, at, in, into, or through where necessary. If no preposition is necessary, put a cross. Number 1. 3 people were taken to hospital after the accident. Number 2. I met Caroline on my way home. Number 3. We left our luggage at the station and went to find something to eat. Number 4. Shall we take a taxi to the station or shall we walk? Number 5. I must go to the bank today to change some money. 6. The river Rhine flows into the North Sea. 7. I'm tired. As soon as I get home, I'm going to bed. 8. Have you got your camera? No, I left it at home. 9. Marcel is French. He has just returned to France after 2 years. 10. When did they arrive at the hotel? 11. Have you ever been to China? 12. I had lost my key, but I managed to climb into the house through a window. 13. We got stuck in a traffic jam on our way to the airport. 14. Welcome to the hotel. We hope you enjoy your stay here. 15. She got into the car and drove away. Bây giờ chúng ta chuyển sang phần hội thoại trên máy tính, chủ đề số 21, Traveling and Picnicking, đi du lịch và đi dã ngoại. Do you like traveling?
Yes, I often go traveling.
Where have you been lately?
I've been to Nha Trang.
Is this a beautiful place?
Yes, it's one of those summer resorts.
Where will you spend National Day?
I will go to Halong Bay for National Day
Whom are you going with?
with my family, except my eldest sister.
Why?
She said she has to stay home to prepare her lessons. She plans to study in the US next year.
Oh, that's nice. I hope she can make it.
My, don't you plan to travel?
Yes, but I don't know where to go.
Hey, you can join us.
I don't know whether that's okay.
I would be glad if you could go with us.
Well, let me think about it, okay? At least I have to check with my mother.
That's right.
Hi, Tom. We are going to have a picnic this Sunday. Do you want to come with us?
Who else is going?
John and I.
Sure, why not? I'm thinking where to have the picnic.
What about going to the country?
Good. In the country, we can smell the freshness of nature. And should I prepare something?
Oh, you should bring your camera.
No problem. When do we meet?
7 on Sunday morning, right at the school's gate.
And do you know what the weather will be like?
I hear it's going to be a mild and sunny day.
Okay, see you.
Bye bye. Bây giờ chúng mình sẽ demo cho các bạn cách kết hợp chức năng tìm kiếm cụm từ tùy ý trong khi hội thoại. Qua đây, số lượng các câu hội thoại sẽ dường như không còn bị giới hạn. Vì chúng ta đang ở trong chủ đề du lịch nên đầu tiên chúng ta thử tìm cụm từ packed suitcase. Sau đó bấm đồng thời phím Ctrl+F. Chúng ta thấy AMD tìm ra một số kết quả có chứa cụm từ này. Have you packed your suitcase yet? They had each packed a suitcase and loaded into the minivan. He counseled them to start packing a suitcase and to prepare to be away from home. Tiếp theo, chúng ta thử tìm cụm từ travel abroad. Kết quả: people seeking an exit visa to travel abroad. You have to have a passport to travel abroad. This exhibition reflects scenes and inspiration from his travels at home and abroad.
The Gadfly, Chapter 3. One day in January, he called at the seminary to return a book which he had borrowed. Hearing that the father director was out, he went up to Montanelli's private study, placed the volume on its shelf, and was about to leave the room when the title of a book lying on the table caught his eyes. It was that day's De Monarchia. He began to read it and soon became so absorbed that when the door opened and shut, he did not hear. He was aroused from his preoccupation by Montanelli's voice behind him.
"I did not expect you today,"
said the padre, glancing at the title of the book.
"I was just going to send and ask if you could come to me this evening."
It is anything important? I have an engagement for this evening, but I will miss it if...
"No, tomorrow will do. I want to see you because I am going away on Tuesday. I have been sent for to Rome."
To Rome? For long?
The letter says, "till after Easter." It is from the Vatican. I would have let you know but once, but have been very busy settling up things about the seminary and making arrangements for the new director.
But Padre, surely you are not giving up the seminary?
It will have to be so, but I shall probably come back to Pisa for some time at least.
But why are you giving it up?
Well, it is not yet officially announced, but I am offered a bishopric.
Padre, where?
That is the point about which I have to go to Rome. It is not yet decided whether I am to take a see in the Apennines or to remain here as suffragan.
And is the new director chosen yet?
Father Cardi has been nominated and arrives here tomorrow.
Is not that rather sudden?
Yes, but the decisions of the Vatican are sometimes not communicated till the last moment.
Do you know the new director?
Not personally, but he is very highly spoken of. Monsignor Meloni, who writes, says that he is a man of great erudition.
The seminary will miss you terribly.
I don't know about the seminary, but I am sure you will miss me, carino, perhaps almost as much as I shall miss you.